So I am about to play scenes from Epping in Essex last night, the 17th of July, where a large group of right-wing thugs went out to protest at another migrant hotel in scenes very similar to what we saw around the same time last year, up and down the streets of Britain following the brutal Southport killings. Take a look.
Why are you into picking?
As you can see, just totally despicable pictures. Lots of police officers were assaulted, and it at times just came across like general chaos. But these scenes have got me really concerned. With the school summer holidays starting next week, you're going to have lots of young adult men bored out of their skin with nothing to do amidst a sea of right-wing propaganda pouring through their social media feeds. And as you would expect, the usual suspects are front and centre: Tommy Robinson and Nigel Farage. There are many others, but they are two of the most prominent. And while Farage appeals to a slightly older crowd than Tommy, there is a lot of overlap. Farage in recent weeks has also been talking about how there is a growing sense of unrest and that he wouldn't be surprised if we saw riots like those we saw last year. And lo and behold, this happens. To my mind, figures like Farage and Robinson like to see unrest like this, and especially when it's largely undertaken for causes that they believe in or are constantly banging on about. Now, these two claim to hate each other, and they probably do, but when you look at the way their behaviour complements one another, it almost seems as though they're working in tandem. They both effectively talk about nothing other than the migrant crisis, and the difference is Farage does so in a suit and tie and on national television, whereas little Tommy 10 Names does it through X. Ultimately, they're both grifters, and they always seem to get away with what could plausibly be considered incitement. And you really have to wonder why that is. It's almost as if elements of the British establishment care more about Islamist radicalisation than they do about right-wing radicalisation. Stay tuned to the channel and we'll be following stories like this a lot more closely over the next few weeks.